All right, guys, I'm going to give you the correct answer to your study guide questions. I want you to circle the ones you got wrong and come show me the ones you got wrong so we can talk about those. But here we go. Number 1 says 109 tourists arrived on the first boat. Altogether, 300 tourists arrived on 2 boats. How many arrived on the second boat? This is a subtraction problem, even though they try to trick you with this word altogether. We have 300 tourists altogether. They already tell us what we have altogether. So we need to subtract 109 to find out how many people were on the second boat. So mark out 30. 30 becomes 29. This 0 becomes 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. 9 minus 0 is 9. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 191 people were on the second boat. Pierre paid $8 for an item that cost $3.17. How much money should Pierre get back? So we're going to subtract, just like at the cash register at Walmart. That's what they're doing. They are subtracting your money for the items that you get. $3.17. Borrow from the 8 becomes a 7. This 0 becomes a 10. Now it becomes a 9 so that I can give 1 to this 0. 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 1, 8. Bring down your decimal. 7 minus 3 is 4. Pierre should get $4.83. Round 652 to the nearest hundred. When you're rounding, you underline the place that you are wanting to round to. Look at the next place value, the next lowest place value. And this is the number 5. Does 5 cause 6 to become a 7 or stay 6? And 5 is a larger number, so it becomes a 7, and all the other digits become a 0. 652 rounded to the nearest hundred is equal to 700. Draw and shade circles to show the mixed number 3 and 1/4. I'm going to have 4 circles all together. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I shade all of 3 of them. And only a fraction of the last one. And the fraction that I am shading is 1 out of 4 altogether, 1/4. So I am shading that. And this is the correct answer. 3 whole pizzas, 1/4 of the last one. Use words to write 11 and 7/10. This is not 11.7, 11.7. It is 11 and 7/10. E-L-E-V-E-N. 11 and 7/10 with a TH. T-E-N-T-H-S. Tenths. It is morning. That means it's a.m. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. What time was it 1 hour, 45 minutes ago, according to this clock? So I'm going to go a little bit backwards. I'm going to find out how long ago it was 1 hour ago first, and that would be 7. So 45 minutes ago, that means in the past, from 7, we'll count this way: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And we land here on the 15 with our minute hand. So if I was at 7 with the minute hand right here, and then I went back, I actually went back another hour. So the true time is 6:15. That's kind of a hard one. 6:15 a.m. An hour and 45 minutes ago from 8 o'clock in the morning is 6:15 a.m. To the nearest quarter inch, how long is segment AB? And remember, whenever we're talking about quarter inches, the biggest line in the middle that is not quite as large as the lines on the end is equal to a half, which means this is 1/4 and this is 3/4. 1/4, 1/2, 3/4. So if we remember that, about how, or to the nearest quarter inch, how long is segment AB? This is the line that it is landed on, and I think that is 2 1/2 inches. To what mixed number is the arrow pointing? It's between the number 4 and 5, so I know the whole number is going to be 4. And now I can decide what fraction I also have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces. I have 7 spaces altogether. And I have the arrow pointing to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th line. So I have 4 5/7. There were 224 cars on the highway. There were 909 cars on the parkway. How many more cars were on the parkway? So I write the number 909 because it is the greatest number. And then I'm going to find the difference between 224 and 909. 9 minus 4 is 5. I cannot take 0 or 2 from 0, so I need to mark out the 90. 90 becomes 89. 9 minus 2 is 7. 8 minus 2 is 6. There are 675 more cars on the parkway. Alright, this is one of those special problems where you are subtracting and you're missing the top altogether number that you started with, which means you can add. I still like to put the greatest number on top whenever I add. 527 plus 312, 9, 3, 8. Please write your answer like this: n equals 839. All right, we are subtracting, but I am not missing the top, the largest number. So I need to subtract or I will get a number that is too large. So here, 814 minus 303. 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 minus nothing, 1. 8 minus 3 is 5. S is equal to 511. And now we're going to go to the back side. Remember to be circling the ones that you have missed. 4 times what is equal to 36? 4 times something equals 36. If you looked at your multiplication chart, you should know that 4 times 9 is equal to 36. So R equals 9. All right. Subtracting, I will take off on your test if you do not have a decimal point this week, okay? You guys know that you have to have a decimal point. You've been warned, okay? So 3 minus 7. I cannot spend $7 if I only have 3, so I need to borrow. I'm going to mark out the 70. 70 becomes 69, and 3 becomes 13 minus 7, which is 6. 9 minus 4 is 5. Decimal, bring down your decimal. 6 minus 3 is 3, and remember your dollar sign also. $3.56, $3.56. 0 times 8 is 0. 8 times 8 is 64. 3 times 3 is 9. 6 times 3 is 18. 68 plus 8 times 4 is 32. If we add 68 and 32, 8 plus 2. Okay guys, my video started to get cut off. I don't know where exactly we got to. I know we were adding 8 and 2 is 10. Carried our 1, 6 and our 7 plus the 1 and 3 is 10. So we got the answer 100. We're going to number 17. We're using the associative property with these parentheses. We're going to add them first. 6 plus 2 is 8. And if we have 4 times 8, we get the number 32. All right, this one tricked us on our last math test. I want to make sure we get this one right this time. We're adding, and we need to have a dollar sign and a decimal point on all of these. So 76 cents was written without a dollar sign and a decimal point. We need to make sure we line it up. So it was $2. That's all lined up. And now we add $8.14. And we're adding, and now we're good to go. 6 and 4 is 10. Carry your 1. 7, 8, 9. Bring down your decimal. 8 and 2 is 10. So the answer is $10.90. Only 2 left. We're subtracting 85 hundredths from 40 hundredths. 5 minus nothing is still 5. 8 minus 4 is 4. And we get 45 hundredths as our answer. Number 20. The square root of 25 is 5. 5 times 5 is equal to 25. Plus the square root of 16 is 4. Hardest one we've done all day. 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay. Make sure that you take this home and get a parent signature. That definitely would have kept some of us from getting B's or C's and maybe even kept you from failing the test last time. So please get this signed. You get 5 bonus points. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you feel like you're not ready for the test, please let me know.